Hi, my name's Brad, and today I want to talk about our new standout product for 2020, our full steel oil pump for the Ford Barra engines. Now, the original Barra oil pump is made out of a cast aluminium, and it's been a pretty good pump, you know, in a standard application, revving to 4,000 or 5,000 RPM. They last for years and years and years. But when you put big boost into these cars, you know, the oil pump gears fail, which everybody is familiar with. So we've been making oil pump gears for them, and we've been making a backing plate for them for many, many years. But the time has come now for us to do an entire new pump. And what we've learned over the last 10 years from the factory pumps, we've applied that to our whole new steel body pump. Now what we've done here, we've cast it out of the same cast iron that is used by Mellings and Manley and Morosso and various other oil pump manufacturers. So we've got a really rigid and really durable pump. It's much more expensive to machine than an aluminium pump, but it retains its tolerances, especially when the engine is hot. So it's the best material, in my opinion, to use for an oil pump in an iron block engine, which is what the Ford is. We've duplicated factory features such as the pressurised oil feed to the chain. We've got that on there. We've done our pressure bypass circuitry modifications and cast them into the pump. So they're all exactly how we require them in the pump to manage the oil pressure in the engine, which is critical in these Barra engines. For those who don't know, the Barra engine has variable cam timing, and the variable cam timing and solenoid arrangement needs a certain amount of pressure to make it operational. And if the pressure is too high, the VCTs won't work. So you can end up with a lot of problems if you've got too much pressure. So managing the pressure inside the pump is very, very critical. And also being able to get the oil to the engine with bigger bearing clearances is also important. And that's why we decided to make it out of iron as well, because the expansion rate of this material is the same as the block. Therefore, the oil pressure delivery remains constant at high oil temperatures, such as 80, 90, 100 degrees Celsius. Whereas with an aluminium pump, they expand very rapidly when the oil temperature gets up to 80 or 90 degrees, and the oil delivery just falls away very, very rapidly. We're able to flow around about 15 to 20% more with this pump over this pump, because we can tighten the clearances up and hold the tight tolerances when the engine is running at a high temperature. Now, we've also fitted it up with our billet steel 4340 end plate, which we gas nitride. So we've got the same gear pack and the same end plate that we've been putting in our pumps for the last 10 or 15 years. There are some other pumps on the market that are made out of aluminium and things like that. We've had a look at those. We don't really feel that they're up to the job. We've seen many of them that don't even have oil feed to the chain. And so I don't know how the timing chain is supposed to be lubricated. Also, the pressure management in some of them is fairly poor. We see 100, 120 PSI on cranking, which is way too much for an engine. It'll just push the oil gallery plugs out or blow the oil filter off the engine if you try to rev the car with that sort of oil pressure when the oil's cold. So we've come up with this pump. We think they'll be competitively priced at under $1,000, and with a pretty well lifetime warranty. We think that we've really nailed the oil delivery situation in a Barra engine.